It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Giants and the Cincinnati Bengals. And it's coming up next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. And this is Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that feel like they have all the pieces. Just came up short last year. They were so excited to get 2024 going and try to make another run to get into the postseason.
Yeah, and both these teams absolutely fall into that category. And just last year, going into the season, Mike, not only did they have playoff expectations, but in a lot of ways, they had Super Bowl aspirations. They believe that if the things fall their way, they catch a break, they continue to stay healthy, the roster they have put together is a playoff roster, if not a Super Bowl roster.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go here in Cincinnati. Charlie Jones now to return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL. This is a great example of why teams want to stay out of what they call passing downs, where a defense doesn't have to honor the run. In this case, they do, and man, the play-action pass just works off of that and can really lead to some chunk plays.
Second down, Burrow. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
Let's not forget, Mike, not too long ago, Russell Wilson was not only the face and one of the top superstars of the NFL, he was a bona fide Hall of Fame quarterback. So the talent and the resume, it's still there. He puts together one of those vintage performances we've seen throughout the years. This team's going to be hard to beat.
And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now a screen set up for Tracy.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on second down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on third down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Open man, that's Slayton. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation, just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line, and we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
This one taken at the 10. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense going to take over now for the second time. They had the interception on that opening drive. It only led to a field goal, so 3-0 as the offense comes back out first and 10. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They go play action for Burrow. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. 13 yards on that one. Move the sticks. It's a first down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. But I don't think it's going to be his last.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Second and a yard. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That is caught. What a throw. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1, What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bengals move out to a 7-3 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Eric Gray to return it. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man downfield, that's Neighbors. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Tracy. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he will have a Giants first down. I do believe gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
He's got it at about the 8. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in! Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, Giants.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3, so they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So, really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Giants are on top. It's now 10-7. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. He'll start at the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Brown. They were not fooled on defense. Saw the screen from the start. It'll be a loss of yardage on the play.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Here's Brown. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that game to nothing.
Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. Open man, right side. He's got it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They bring Chase in motion. On 1st down, Burrow. He'll get this out wide. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. Right back to Chase. He's got it again. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
And the Bengals are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
To throw is Burrow. To the goal line and in. Mike Gesicki. Touchdown, Cincinnati. On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals are on top. It's 14-10. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. A short one taken at the 10. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is third down.
The idea here on second down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a third and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here, and I think on third and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
To the back of the end zone, he's got it. T. Higgins, touchdown Bengals. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bengals are out to a 21-10 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Giants offense. And their running back set to go once more. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
First and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Taking the deep shot here with Robinson. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Bengals offense and T. Higgins set to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. They'll run here with Brown. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Burrow to throw. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. 18 yards on the pickup there, and the Bengals going to have a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Burrow finds Chase for a big one. 32 yards. On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's complete. It's Yosivas. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
Throwing is Burrow. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Holton Adebo, the good coverage. Gets his hand in there to knock it away.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
This one caught at the 4.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Catch made, right side. It's Johnson.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 7. Now Russ. Now a screen set up for Tracy. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
What can they do here on third down and 7? In motion, it's Robinson. On third down, here's Wilson. Open man, that's Slayton. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Again, Wilson. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to have a first down. They get into field goal range here at the 29. Throwing again, Wilson. Taking off. The Giants going to call their third and final timeout. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Dax Hill.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, halftime here in Cincinnati, and the Bengals are on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the halftime report. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He was downright amazing with 3 touchdown passes and another one scored on the ground for good measure.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
A run here with Tracy on second down. And he'll take this up to the 30. A pickup of 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. In motion, it's Robinson. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. They get 14 on that hookup. First down, Giants.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
On second down, Russ. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. In motion, it's Robinson. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They bring Chase in motion. Now a second down throw for Burrow. A throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And third down coming up.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That ball is caught on the sideline, and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. A first down there. Gain of 14 yards.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early,
he works free, right side. And he's into the end zone yet again. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
McPherson now for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Bengals will extend this third quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop. Second down and 8. Wilson lines up in the pistol. To the outside, complete to Johnson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
On the zone read, a give to Tracy. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Throwing is Wilson. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. Here's 3rd and 7. Now it's Wilson. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
There's a reason certain guys, Mike, just always seem to be open. It's really because route running is more art than it is science. How do you manipulate the defense to find open spots or win versus man to create separation and earn the trust of your quarterback?
On the give, it's Tracy. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, it'll go down as a loss of 2.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He'll get a yard or 2 to the 8. 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That is caught, back corner of the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Gano on to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Giants are able to cut into the deficit. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Gonna return this from the 10. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Burrow. Catch left side is made by Higgins. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's 1st and 10. A carry here for Brown. That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They drop him in the backfield.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow here on 2nd down. Taken in by Gesicki.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
3rd and 5. On the ground, it's Brown. The Bengals out and ready to punt. Amir Smith-Marset goes back to return it. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Wilson. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll mark them down up beyond the 30.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now it's Wilson. And they're going to get him a 2nd time. He goes down again. That is Trey Hendrickson, the veteran, in there to record the sack.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on 1st and 2nd down to stay ahead of the chains so 3rd down is not so daunting.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Wilson. That's complete. It's Malik Neighbors. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the 1st. So it'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll look deep here for Neighbors.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Second down, Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
On third down, he appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. They bring the tight end in motion. To throw is Burrow. You'll find Brown out of the backfield.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
2nd and 11. Now Brown. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, here's a 3rd and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals will extend their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, Wilson. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a 1st down. 12 yards on the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Wilson will throw again. First down throw there is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing again, Wilson. He's got his man, that's Neighbors. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Again, Wilson. Right back to Neighbors. He's got it again. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. To throw again is Wilson. Quickly to the outside and complete. He's taken down just shy of the 10. They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got it at the 3. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. They do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Extra point by Gano is up and good. And the Giants are able to edge a bit closer. Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. So it's a win here in the jungle for the Bengals. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.